Hi, my name's Jake Hunsaker, and I'm running for Congress here in District 4. If you've been to one of my campaign events, you may have eaten some of this homemade wheat bread. We bring this stuff with us almost everywhere we go. And the reason we bake bread is really because it's the reason I'm running for Congress. I grew up in a family of 11 children, milking cows and picking sweet corn in a farming community here in Utah. My parents knew that homemade bread is a solution when you don't have the money to buy store-bought bread. You can't just print money. You don't want to go into debt to provide for your children, so you lean on your own resourcefulness to be self-reliant. That lesson stuck with me, and I'm running because we need more homemade bread solutions in Washington right now. It's pretty clear to all of us that our nation is facing a moment of real crisis. Since the redistricting, the 4th district is now a reliably Republican district, and it's time for us to assess if we have the representative who can lead us through the crisis. Someone who can inspire a new generation of conservatives, who will not only protect the Constitution and defend our rights, but who will also proactively work in Washington to find solutions to the great problems our country is facing. It's a reason I've chosen 3 priorities. Number 1, to cut spending and pass a budget, which, by the way, is Congress's number 1 job. We need a fiscal hawk in Congress who holds our own party to account as much as the other party, who will work to reduce a mountain of $30 trillion of debt that is a terrifying and existential crisis for our country, and who will advocate for Utah families who are footing the bill for historic inflation rates. We also need someone who's keyed in to local issues. We're sick of having a toxic Washington political scene dictate what we talk about here on the ground, while we're left voiceless on uniquely Utah issues that are not getting championed in Washington. That's why I want federal lands to be my number 2 priority. It's not a shiny national topic, but federal lands make up 60% of our state. They impact the way we fight fires on our hillsides and support hypergrowth in our communities, sustain our rural energy economy, and even access critical water resources. My 3rd priority is simple. Once I get to Washington, I want to keep my soul, and I want others to do the same. I want to make Congress a place where people go for the right reasons and stay for the right reasons. I'll champion things like single-issue bills, campaign finance reform, limiting congressional stock trading, and implement term limits to make sure that our representatives know that they work for us and not the other way around. It's time for us to have a local voice who lives in our district, fundraises a majority inside of Utah, and talks about uniquely Utah issues, even if it means fewer cable news invites and clickbait headlines. It's time for us to have a leader here in the 4th that makes conservatism shine for the future and that makes Utah voters proud. Moments of crisis in this country have become moments of change before, and I ask for your vote on June 28th so that together we can make this a moment of change. Thank you. I'm Jake Hunsaker, and I approve this message.